Just hit the go. Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Actually, things have been crazy, so just want to get it off at the top of the program. I originally thought that there was actually, I actually thought originally that AOC had been kicked off the ballot, but Dion's been busy with some other calls and stuff like that. One of the candidates actually got knocked off the ballot, I believe was Espaillat.
That's
That's
right.
actually my mistake. I just seen the video right now, just moments ago, right? Yeah, that actually was sent to me of you guys actually challenging AOC at the Board of Elections. We can show that video later. Just got it right now. There's a lot of things happening. So, um, just to give people just a general view of overview of what happened, right? The thumbnail of this says, what is it? AOC knocked off the ballot by Dion Powell. So tell us exactly about that. There's a slight mistake that I'm going to make the fix on that. Sorry about that, folks. Been super busy, but what actually is going on with AOC and the ballot? I'm sure people want to know.
Okay. First of all, Ed, I just want to make sure it's on record because I don't see the little uh, red thing blinking. Is it on? We're recording?
Okay, let me take a look right now at the at my YouTube, which is live. I'm actually using I'm on Google Meet right now, and I'm actually
Right.
using a separate software to actually go live. So that's actually a good point. Let me check that right now. Give me a
And
second,
then send
okay?
me the link so I can put it on my social media too. That way,
Yeah, it was it. Okay.
little
Oh yeah, we are live.
red
Great.
thing
Okay.
blinking.
Okay. If you go to my actual channel, you will see. Let me put that in the chat right now. Where's the chat here? My screen is actually being broadcast right now. So I'll send it to you in
Yeah.
WhatsApp, I guess.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll send it to you in WhatsApp. Okay. There's the link to the actual to the YouTube live stream.
All right, good. We're good to go. Fellow ladies and gentlemen, we're going to rewind and start it all over. And then,
I'm actually gonna quit smoking soon, man. Yeah, but
they all say,
just taking a last you know, whatever. All right, let's get to the business though. Quite exciting. What you can hear me?
yeah.
Okay. So the thing is that I got a call from the Yoda master, right, Theo Chino, the other day, and he's like, "Yo, I got to teach you how to actually challenge ballots and stuff like that." So I got excited. I called up Carmen Quinones, who I support, historical tenant association president, running for state assembly or state senate, right? She's actually running for a very powerful
Right. I
position,
heard.
and I said I wanted to help her challenge the candidate for her ballot. But then I heard about you guys doing some type of a ballot challenge, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? So yeah, I do have to learn that. Very powerful tool. You somehow got involved with this. So you took a whole bunch of candidates and you lined them up for the hit job right here, right?
That's right, brother. So I'm District Leader Dion Powell of the 78th Assembly District here in the Bronx under the Bronx Conservative Party. The game plan was us as candidates to have a slate. Our chairman, Pat McManus, has the whole team running in various districts, state senate, Congress, assembly, and he wants to get the brand out there, awareness, respect. People got to come to us now to use our party line, Republicans, everybody else, be interviewed, formal, because all the ran, the vice chairman putting out articles. So then me, I was like, well, why don't we just, eliminate the working families party line from all the other candidates? That's how the Republican won in the Northeast, the first one in 40 years. There was only three political parties on the ballot: Democrat, Republican, Conservative Party line. Thanks to our Conservative Party line and votes, it pushed her, the Republican, over the win. And I said, well, I want to be ambitious. I want to try to take out AOC because we have a big candidate in that district on the working families party line. And if Trump is at the top of the ticket, maybe one of us, if we get rid of all the working families party line, can get pushed over the top if people are, fed up enough and voting straight down other than the Democrats.
So let me just get this straight. So you went after everybody in the Bronx who was on the working families party line?
That's correct.
Okay, and when you went after them, right, what does that mean? Like you actually attacked their petitions, right?
Right. This is
Yeah.
stealth and guile. Like I tell everybody all the time, I know how to fight this dragon with a toothpick because that's all I got. And so,
And just so you know, right, I want my viewers, I want you to take a look right now. A lot of people go to these rallies, the protests and stuff like that. Only 10% of those people, maybe even less, are voting. Okay, those are really for photo ops. If you really know what you're doing, go to politicians' Twitter and sign up for a bunch of them, their Instagrams, and look at how they show themselves going door to door. Look at them saying, "Oh, we're petitioning now." That's what they really need to run. So you're absolutely right. Without those petitions, they cannot qualify to run for office. By the way, also knocking out the working family party line. I'll tell you an honest thing that happens to me. Maybe you've seen it before if you voted before. You're looking at your ballot line, and then you don't really know a bunch of the candidates. You see a candidate's actually running on multiple parties, and you're like, screw it, this person must have worked harder, and you just end up voting for that person. I mean, sometimes it's happened to me. I didn't know every single candidate. So I said, you know what, this person was running on multiple party lines. I had no information. I said, this person worked a little bit harder. It seems like I'm going to vote for this person. So exactly what you said, by knocking out the working families party line, that could be a very powerful technique. But the working families party line is very powerful. I mean, at least from what I know or what I've seen, or maybe I'm misinformed. So this is very interesting. How did you, that's a lot of balls to go after the working families party like that.
Well,
now you have a huge target on your back, right?
Well, now I only have 2 of them, and our chairman McManus was concerned that there might be a big retaliation against the Bronx Conservative Party. But eventually, he was like, "Yeah, I don't care, Dion. Go rogue, do what you're gonna do. We'll see what happens." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I went out there and I did the work as always. I got copies of the petitions. I objected. I had my various objectors throughout the Bronx, every district they were running in. Fill out objection form. AOC was the big fish. I kept saying, Ian Carpenter, who you met, wants to be on his show, live on TV. I had him fill out his objection form on his show. We explained how it worked. He put it out there. We did the first general objection he signed publicly. He explained why he didn't like AOC and had an issue with her as a constituent in Astoria, Queens, where his show is being taped out, his podcast. And
hold a second. I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Now, shout out to Live One TV. By the way, I think Live One TV does not promote on YouTube, if I'm correct, because they've been shadow banned and they just gave up.
Yes.
So I think most of their stuff is published on Twitter/X, but I'm banned on Twitter X, so I don't really get to watch his stuff. But is there any place that he puts his stuff out besides Twitter or X?
Well, he has his own platform, just like yourself. He has a website and things like that he uploads. But Twitter is his main social media outlet to put things out on. And yeah.
Well, so shout out to Live One TV. I'm very interested in this, by the way, right? Just because I know you have some positions in the Democrat Party, conservative Republicans. You run with all the groups like myself, right? Yeah, very intelligent, right? Yeah, and doesn't restrict yourself to any label. But okay, the thing is that, right? Can normal people actually challenge petitions like this? This is one thing that I bet you the politicians are deathly afraid of. They don't want normal people. Affecting the actual process. This seems like gold to me. I can't wait. Yeah. So, right, for the people who are banned on Twitter like me, share a little bit of this. How can I challenge these petitions, man? I want to know.
All right, cool. Every cycle, let's say around January or so, now it's on elections at ny.gov. You just Google New York Board of Elections. I got to admit that the legislature made a nice, better comprehensive website. And you go there and look out for the political calendar. It's going to tell you the petitioning process, meaning how many signatures are required and that kind of thing. And then, once again, you have this lifestyle. So I would like to challenge everybody to go to 32 Broadway or 42 Broadway. Just go ask for the Board of Elections, go in there and ask certain questions. Like, yeah, what's going on? How can I run for office? What's happening? Now, you'll be surprised, much to your chagrin. They're not going to help you with anything. They're not going to really answer your questions. They're going to say you need an election lawyer. And that might actually shock you. Like, I thought this was a board election. It's supposed to help people run for office, get information. No, they're just administrative.
Actually, it's a rule they cannot tell you, right? They're not allowed to tell. Am I right or am I wrong? They're not allowed to tell you things.
Right. And it's all political motivated because there's a lot of political appointees. That machine for the Democrats, Republicans, that's how they put their people in power, commissioners. Everybody's eating good. It's a seasonal situation where when it's time to have elections and these commissioners' hearings with people run for office. And a very good job with their cronies. Excuse me. And so this process is very important. It's a lifestyle. County committee, once again, we plug it. It's a lifestyle because even at small as scale as county committee, you still have to go through this grueling process unless the party of your Bronx County, Queens County just juices you in on their petitions. And that's it. And plus, then you have to carry petitions for the bigwigs upstairs as you run for these roles on a slate. Now, for the Working Families Party, That was one goal, to knock everybody off, so it gives everybody a strategic win, hopefully with just having, three-party lines, Democrat, Republican, third party line, and people dump their stuff in that way, their votes. Now, a lot of people probably don't know the Working Families Party is not as all powerful as you think. And just like DSA, these people, they come into our community and they use it for their party line access. So let's say in the Bronx, they don't have a political party like us, the Conservative Party. They don't have a county chairman and all these wonderful things in the Bronx and county committee and do community work like we're doing now. And so they just come in, do their small petitions from their registered voters, get the party line, and have it as a supplement to Democrats. That way they look more progressive. And they have this throughout New York State. So I have a lot of colleagues in the game, especially Dion, and they was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I put in my objections. I did a lot of legwork, getting all the districts from our people and their people to file an objection form, because you can only object to somebody, no matter what political party, if you live in that district, to challenge their signatures. Like, oh, these signatures are not real. These people don't live here. You forge. You're not doing the work. Fine. So as I'm doing this process, my connect in Brooklyn, who's another genius in the game, I found out behind the scenes, he said, Dion, I like your plan, but what if you just, take over the Working Families Party? If their numbers are lower than the Conservative Party line, they don't really have the county chairman and leadership to do anything. They just have their millions fill out, state committee forms, and that's it. Then you could just go in there, like you did the Conservative Party, re-register a whole bunch of your people in various districts, block them from running for office by prominenting every party they put there, and just say go to pride. And then that way, Dion, you will have influence over two parties. One party that's right, the Conservative Party, and one party that's left, which is the Working Families Party, and you get more people. And I said, you're right.
Can I share something with you a little bit in the background? Right, yeah? You know the Libertarians, right?
I see the sticker over your right shoulder.
Okay. So the thing is that there's someone named Mimi Robson, and she was actually formerly the former chair of the Libertarians, I think, in California. She actually mounted recently, actually, a quiet takeover of the LA, actually, branch. Now, the thing is that when this happens in other communities, sometimes you heard about it happening in Buffalo, you heard about it happening in Nevada. But notice that we never really learned about the people who's doing these actions like yourself, who are really doing, I guess you could say in some ways, revolutionary work right here, really, right, taking on the power straight up, you know what I mean, and the system provided, right, yeah, all available, very intelligent. I appreciate your hard work in this. You don't hear about them. You don't hear about them, yeah? And actually, right, we're going to get to it. Sorry, folks, yeah? I know the thumbnail shows AOC. We're very busy. I'm so sorry, right? You had your own thing going on. We have a secret event coming up tomorrow, very early in the morning. I know things have been on fire with that. I'm going to fix the thumbnail. Really, actually, the person who got tagged out here was Espaillat. Ooh! Now, just so you know, if I could, I actually could show the footage, right? Yeah, I'm just so backed up. Let me bring it up right now. Did you?
You don't want to give any context first, the build up?
Go ahead. There's so many things to talk about. So, yeah, please share. Yeah, there's a lot of things to say. Go ahead.
We're going to build up before we show this clip of the Board of Elections Commissioners hearing.
Oh, there's something else. No, go ahead. Yeah, there's something else.
Is that what Dion sent you at the Commissioners hearing, and I'm going back and forth? All right. So the clip you're probably going to see now is the New York Board of Elections Commissioners hearing at 42 Broadway, which is supposed to be a public section. You have to appear before them as an objector to explain why you submitted their signatures as wrong to knock them off the ballot so they can't be on June or November. And then the candidate has a representative or themselves to actually argue, no, my signatures are great on petition. So fine. So when they came up to my turn, I had 9 stacked together. Dion came in last minute to run with AOC. But after all the brain work by myself, I didn't really have the capacity to go hard on all 9 candidates. So, the Bronx County clerks from the Bronx County Board of Elections, they were letting candidates get on the ballot for 2 signatures. And I'm like, or 1 signature. Because, let's say you're required to turn in 38 signatures because the Working Family Party voting registration is very low. You have to take 5%. And
I could see that. Aha. You know who's actually a member of that? 12 Veils. I'm going to talk with her about Working Families Party. And tell us support you. I bet you she will too. But wait, is she in the Bronx? No, she's in Brooklyn. Damn. Oh.
Okay.
She's Working Families Party though.
As long as we have the community in mind, then we put people for parties, they say. But now I saw it.
So know people. Christopher Leon Johnson. He'll know people in Working Families
Yeah, I was
Party.
hoping he would be there too to like actually you can get on this. But for example, there was a candidate who I didn't know at the time. To do my calculations, he only needed 38 signatures to get on the ballot, and I'm objecting to certain things, and he got on the ballot with like 39 signatures. So he's required to have 38. He got 39, fine. But if they would have listened to my objections, he would have been knocked off. And my
Yeah,
objection was very simple.
it just
There's
takes
a
two mistakes, and he's done.
And so it's called the witness statement. So the person that signs off on this must be a registered member of the party to say they did the petitions and blah, blah. And by the way, thanks to Christopher Leon Johnson, shout out to him, I actually have an election law where it says you cannot pay people to collect petitions. That is a no-no. And a lot of these disingenuous candidates, they hire all these crews, especially me sometimes, to do petitions for them. And they do not. Because theoretically, the candidate's supposed to be out there knocking on doors as a community leader. Anyway, I digress. So I was only able to knock 2 people off, and that's because they didn't turn enough signatures. So what you're about to see is the people I were able to knock off, especially when I got a big feather in my hat, which is Congressman Adrian Espaillat. Now, Congressman theoretically would go harder to knock off because they would get like a lot of signatures from more like cronies. Like AOC was required to turn in like 78, and she turned in 96 signatures. Fine. So this thing you're going to see is me at the Board of Elections Commissioners hearing, and the lawyer for the Working Families Party just
Wait a second. Let me just paint a quick picture of Espaillat, just so the people who know might not know. Okay, Espaillat is actually a U.S. House of Representatives member. This is a federal office. This person is very powerful. Now,
and
he can assign federal funds to help local and states. He got a lot of people that right. And just so you know, people with this kind of machine that are already elected, they got a whole machine ready to go for them. Very right, yeah. But reveal their bullshit. Go ahead. You're about to expose them. Go ahead.
But so remember, identity politics, everything. And Adriano Espaillat is the first. He's everyone's favorite Dominican daddy, representing the Washington Heights and the Bronx, where it's like a strong Dominican population. So this is like really a big deal. Election lawyers are giving me props. Everybody in the room is, who's in the industry of politics and campaigns, other candidates who know what's going on. It's like, wow, this guy is bold because I had a stack of objections of 9 people back to back. And what you're going to see is the lawyer for the Working Families Party just immediately give up when I was like, all right,
they knew he was dirty.
Yeah, he gave up because he knew there's nothing he could do.
But you said the Board of Elections gave it to them anyway. Well, not for Espaillat. Okay, what was wrong with Espaillat's stuff?
He failed to turn up signatures. For example, Adrian Espaillat needed 37 signatures, and he only turned in like maybe 35. So there's nothing they could do.
If you hadn't challenged it, he probably would have went through, right?
Exactly. It's called the weight test.
Do you think the Board of Elections wants to go against a sitting House of Representatives federal elected official? You want to be that guy? Put your name on it? Have you ever heard of this happening in your life? Oh, you haven't? Oh, maybe something's up. Maybe you better check this out. Go ahead.
So then, the lawyer for Working Families was like, yeah, this is what it is. He immediately threw in the towel. There's no arguments for him to try to, argue my point to keep him on the ballot because it's obvious that he didn't turn enough signatures, and that's it.
Can I show you something crazy right now? Give me a second. Yeah, I'm about to share my screen with you. Now the thing is, you probably already know about this. Did you hear about this right here? Wait, this is reversed on my screen. All right, this says allegedly Espaillat voter suppression probe demanded by Uptown polls. Espaillat and other district leaders attempt to suppress votes during the chair of county committee election. 23 polls said in a letter, not just one person, 23, right? Went against a sitting U.S. House of Representatives to say something weird is going on with Espaillat. Did you know about this?
Yes, Theo Chino was involved, and there's someone from district downtown
but still, that's 23 people. I mean, it's like, I know Theo's involved, and props to him, but like people might say few. I know people like to say things about him, but if 23 people signed their names to this, that's something seems like it needs investigation here. Like, so to hear that he's knocked off, I hear there's a lot of funny business going on, and just historically with his stuff. So I have to tell you the truth, this isn't the first time I've heard of problems, and it's not from Theo Chino, to tell you the truth. I heard it from other people, honestly. One of the other 23 people.
To give you the bochinche, as they say in Espanol, Adrian Espaillat, to my informants and operatives in Latin American community, has said that Adriano Espaillat would have like poker tables in a basement somewhere, allegedly, of everybody doing something called a round robin. So let's say you have the book of all the voters, and you have their, signatures. They have to sign that book when you go to vote. You just pass around this book for the district. And you have the petition seat. So I always sign a signature, forged from that book, and it'll go around like a robin as people are filling out all these forms instead of wasting their time knocking on doors. Now, him and Yaduka Tapia, another Dominican leader here in the Bronx Assemblywoman, they're allegedly, according to my sources, doing that. And they're just filling out all these forgeries based on so many people just signing, copying from what's in the book. Now, the thing about the rules is for the Board of Elections, if you claim fraud or forgery on anybody's signatures, it immediately goes to the Supreme Court. And then they have to take care of it to knock them off or keep them on. So what I did is, again, I was just like, did 9 candidates. I did not claim fraud or forgery because I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to pay for a lawyer. I just wanted the Board of Elections to do it. And if they did it without going to court because of my claims, then it's official. Only the Working Families Party would have to waste money and time with their lawyer to drag me into court, but it would be too late. The statute of limitations would expire by the time. It's not a bunch of minutiae technicality, but now that I was able to knock Adrian Espaillat off the ballot, a congressman and my candidate Ruben Vargas for the Conservative Party, Republican Party, he has a better shot at winning. And he, if Trump does the damn thing in November, so that's what we're going to see.
Oh yeah, I thought there was another guy who was running, but I think he stopped running. Yeah, there was another guy who was thinking about running for that. I'm gonna look at it. I'm just actually happening to glance at his endorsements, but yeah. Anyways, that's loading right now. So okay, so you guys also challenged AOC. I guess she was able to successfully get those signatures. Interesting.
Right, but I got some more for you. So it was so interesting that the media, when they want to do their job for politics during the season, they actually monitor the objection sheet from the Board of Elections. And coincidentally, my objector got called from New York Post. He got nervous, like, Dion, what happens now? New York Post called me. I don't know what to do. Or am I in trouble? Blah, blah. I said, no, let them call me.
Let me actually tell you something. By the way, have you ever gone to work for AOC or her people or anyone related?
No, I've only gone to her first debate where Crowley didn't show up in the Bronx. The historic
I've
debate.
actually worked, going to a couple of meetings and actually worked with, right, not any official title capacity, but I worked in the AOC campaign. I also worked in the Jamal Bowman campaign, and I can tell you a certain way that these things operate. They're extremely flush with cash. Every single meeting, they're bringing pizza out, they're giving away shirts, stuff like that, right? Yeah, they got mad money. Not only that, okay. The thing is that a lot of candidates can struggle to get 8 people to call, right? Yeah, people like to support the campaign on the day of election. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
AOC's staff is so deep and volunteers are so deep that after they already freaking won, they have a team of 8 people to call people just to thank people because they already won, though. They're mad deep. And here's another thing that's a little bit fishy. Not saying it's all bad or all good, right? Yeah, I don't think that's true for anybody. But around AOC, there's a whole freaking entourage of like haters and gatekeepers, right? Yeah, and I don't think the AOC can even stop it. But AOC is not accessible. She's not talking to normal cats like me or you, and it's really disgusting. And I'm just saying, right? Yeah, that I spend my time with the people that've been with me, not the ones that they give me. Dion's actually been with me so many events, helping out the wrongfully incarcerated. Been with me for public housing events. Been with me to confront corruption, right? Every single time. There's a lot of other grassroots activists out there that are doing this work that I'm going to try to put you in touch with. It's time for the people to start winning. And it's time for you to start to get to know people like Dion, and it's time for you to empower yourself. So thank you so much for your work right there. So Espaillat, congratulations, bro. This is historically significant, man.
Right, but the thing is, exposing the Working Families Party for not doing anything in our community, having a table with a registration drive, anything like that, like we do in the Conservative Party, Democratic Party, and Republican Party, and it's got to stop. So when I was doing this, some of my colleagues running for office for the first time, but I was like, "Wow, you're right. Working Party does shit in the community, and except for just have that party line exist on paper, but these guys appear a little bit progressive in that regard, not just mainstream Democrats, and it's a tool.
There is one other candidate that I do know from who is running and stuff, Amanda Septimo. What do you know about Amanda Septimo?
Well, Amanda, I've known for a long time since
Oh,
Young
really?
Democrat, and actually I objected to her petition. It's nothing personal, but it's all in
Okay.
the game. And she was on that list too. A young Latina Dominican from the South Bronx area.
Now I respect you going after the whole. You weren't after the whole entire WFP thing, right? Or did you select
In the
certain?
Bronx.
Did you select
No,
certain? Okay.
there was only 9 candidates in the Bronx that had the Working Families Party on. Everybody else they didn't do it for whatever reason, and or they opted
But
out.
anybody who was working Families Party, you went after, right?
And that is correct.
So it's,
9 of
yeah, it's
them.
not personal. But what do you think about Amanda Septimo?
Well, she's another liberal progressive, DSA kind of gal, but she's smart in the sense that she challenged a very elderly incumbent, a Samoan Carmen Arroyo, a Puerto Rican lady that's been there forever, that was kind of old and she had the shakes. Her and someone that our friend is running against, Vivian Cook, is another elderly black woman in Queens that's just going to die there because she has so many
Is
people
this
eating
for
on
state? Amanda's this no? This is
assembly.
federal or state?
She's state
State.
assembly.
Yeah. So you're talking
So,
about like a former state representative?
no, I'm talking about Amanda Sethna, how she got in. She was
Okay. Yeah.
smart to go
Okay. Yeah.
somebody
You're
else.
channeling a state representative. Okay. Go ahead.
She's smart to go over somebody vulnerable, somebody who was like establishment, who actually was lazy with her petitions and blah blah. And so she just took advantage of the right opportunity and beat her, like knocked off the ballot and everything like that. It was crazy that year in 2020. That's when I ran. So I saw it all go down. And she's young, she's progressive, all that great stuff. So of course she would take the Working Families Party line. And
So wait
yeah,
a second. Okay. You know her. You work for everybody, right? Yeah. Why doesn't she ever hire you to do anything if you know
no, the
her?
thing is, in the Bronx,
Why don't
I'm
you
a
ever
little bit.
work together?
Well, the thing is, at the beginning, before she was elected, the Young Democrats and stuff like that, we could do little small things in the community. But the thing is, I went this way as my colleagues went that way because I actually worked for somebody that they didn't really like, Michael Blake, who was like too popular for them to control. Worked for Obama, vice chair of the DNC. Fine. And then on top of that, I had my own mindset. I knew too much how it worked, but you couldn't just fool me. Young Democrats told me about a lesson in which how it's a breeding ground for those staffers, those future elected officials. But it
Oh, can I just get in here for a second? Okay, so let me tell you my experience right quick with Amanda Septimo, right? Yeah, she actually funded the Safe Section 9 trip to DC. And by the way, that's what made me pause because I do remember seeing in Albany and going to her office. So I do remember she's from Albany. But when our trip bus was in DC, she was there too, right? There's no reason for her to be there unless she was supporting the trip. But she did not go down with us. She went there separate. She really made sure that she did not really interact with us, but she did help provide Ubers for people with disabilities. So that was kind of cool, and I appreciate her doing that. But really, her interaction with us did not happen. That's why also it's strange that she does not interact with you. Also, despite the amount of work that I did, her staff, by this is also true for Jamal Bowman, also true for AOC, right? It's like a Democratic Party thing. I've never gone at them or attacked them, but they all stand in the way. They all stand in the way, and you can see that that whole crew has never really done any material on my channel. I know what's his name who's the comptroller, Brad Landers. I know he's with WFP, strong with
right.
them. But once again, Brad Landers never really kind of like did a one-on-one with me. It was always I had to get him at an event, and then whatever I could get there was what I got. He was always friendly, but really they don't want to build together, straight up and down. Like what about nothing? I don't want to Amanda. Once again, thanks for paying for the Ubers for the people with right? But once again, the people in public housing, Amanda, why aren't you talking to people at Fulton Chelsea? Why aren't you talking to people in your district? Maybe you're talking to the public housing people there. But I don't, even though you're in the backgrounds, and I love a lot of the material you made, but really, why aren't you working with Dion?
Well, we have different
Why aren't you
political
working
ideas.
with me? It's weird
Well,
to me, Amanda. That's all I'm saying.
well, think about it, Ed. We have different political ideologies, and I left the Democrats alone last year during the Bronx Conservative Party. But once you get back to the Working Families Party line, they're a liberal, progressive, socialist offshoot, as it were, as an entity. And if Amanda Sessions is dealing with her, then the same people that overlap with you in the Working Families Party that, probably theoretically, I could be wrong, that don't like you from the liberal, progressive, socialist game, of course, they would probably tell her not to rock with you because you, like Theo Chino, are a liberal, progressive, real person. You're in the streets, you could be in the subways, and you could actually engage people with a real liberal agenda that would help them as opposed to use them for their poverty and make a lot of money. and try to say they're here to save the day, when in actuality they're not. And that's the thing about Working Families Party. If they gave Amanda Septimo, because she doesn't have the capacity either, she's one person, and she was a freshman in 2020.
I'm not saying she's all bad. Who's she working with? I've Can you name anybody she works with, or only those not-for-profits that are getting state funding? Does she
Well,
work
the thing
with
is,
anybody outside of that realm?
but I don't know. I can't
Well,
say,
it's time for her, Amanda. What's up? Yeah.
but she has to play.
Stop getting your petitions looked at. It's time for you to start working with us. I'm looking
Right.
at anybody's petition. I'm telling you right now, I love this right here. Yeah, go ahead and mess with me, bro. I'm gonna look at your petitions. Go ahead, mess with me. I'm gonna tell my whole clan to go and look at those petitions. Yeah, and plus I'd be going to petition spots and be messing them up. I'd be like, nah, don't sign those petitions. You know what I mean? I will do that to people. So any tool that I could use is very exciting. And by the way, once again, congratulations for the Espaillat thing. Yeah, the AOC thing. I know. Did
That
this
was a
get?
big
Yeah, this was reported on in the New York Post and stuff.
in New Post. Like if you search or Google AOC petitions New York, the article should come up, or AOC petition lawsuit and stuff like that. And they were so concerned, like, wow, why are you guys doing this? This is like a red flag. And so what happened was, I realized when the New York Post called my friend that, wait a minute, this is actually going on in another county, where if you Google Conservative Party, Working Families Party, and put New York County, you might see that they're doing the same thing. The Conservative Party is taking the Working Families Party to court, like, yo, you guys are just here to use your party line to exploit this community, and it's got to stop. So we're going to put our people in. And then another thing is, in another county, the Working Families Party is actually doing what I'm doing already, and they're in court, in which they have tried to, or they have co-opted the Conservative Party in that county, meaning that they say, you know what, the Conservative Party is weak here, so let's put our people in, take over the Conservative Party here, and that way we have influence for both. Now, according to my chairman,
that's fair game. Other people got to play it. You're either in it or you're out, and that's just what it is. You're damn right.
And so that takes precedence. So if the Working Families Party come at me for co-opting their party in the Bronx, I have precedence. Say, hey, it's perfectly legal. It's on the game. They're re-registered as your party members, and they just listen to me. Or maybe I'll re-register and just really go crazy. And that's where the Ochino and you come into play, because it's like, well, if the Democrat Party is not doing their job, I'm gonna take over the Democratic Party. Fuck it. That's what the Ochino's about. It's like, let me just take over the Democratic Party and make it actually serve its purpose.
So the thing is that let's go the timeline once again. You said, like, probably earlier in the year, right? January, whatever, right? Yeah, they start to open up, or they start to announce, right? Petitions, I think, open up in March, something like that, right? Or anyways, they announce the petitions are available. They submit the petitions, then you challenge the petitions, right? Yeah. Are the petitions available for public viewing?
Yes, you have to actually go inside the petitioning observing period. It's like about a week or so, fill out a form, and then you observe them. But a Republican, a representative, board of elections person supposed to be there, and a Democrat, they're just supposed to be watching you to make sure you don't do any tricks. But Dion is smart, because you can actually take pictures of the petitions, and seeing as though the petition numbers are so low, some of them even have cover sheets. I was just scanning them on my phone every page, scan, and I had like hard evidence in my laptop. I shared with Theo Channel, my other guy, other petitions. Now, normally that's hard to do, because they turn in so many volumes that if you want copies, you have to pay 25 cents a copy. And it seems though you can take pictures, fine. But the thing is, it's going to be sad if I mess it up. And the sense that, this guy's pictures and scanning these petitions actually helped him. So once again, let's change the rules. You can't take pictures of petitions. How about that? Now you have to pay 25 cents per page to take a copy home and scrutinize it, or just live here in the Board of Elections until midnight and actually look at it yourselves. So
they're passing all kinds of rules like that. You're absolutely right. These things need to be stopped.
They make it up as they go along. Now let me tell you what happened that really destroyed everything, and why I couldn't knock off a lot more people. Now remember I said the witness statement? Now this one witness was a Working Family Party member, but his address was not in the Board of Elections computer as his voting address. So that's the wrong address. So normally you could just knock people off for that. And if you knock off a witness statement, you knock off the whole sheet of like 10 signatures or 5 signatures. Now I go to the Board of Elections, and the clerks in the Bronx, who both know me personally, said, no, that's his address, but it's from a different version. This person's address was like 105 East, like 17th Street in Brooklyn. On the paper, on the computer it said 105 like Woolworth Street. And I'm like, oh, I got him. He's done. It's the computer. He's wrong. But what their argument with was at the board when I put my evidence was that that's his address, because sometimes you can have an address with two signs, right? And one says one thing and the other says the other, but it's your address if you use it either way. Like, in Queens, they rename a street with somebody else, but the original name's still there. So it could be either or. And I'm like, well, this is not in your rule book. You don't have this on the computer. So you guys messed up. This is not public information that I can have access to actually know this, to prevent this. And they were like, nah, clerk's report. All in favor for keeping on the ballot? Unanimous. Bam. And I'm like, because I don't flip out. I just laugh. I was like, these guys, and I just walk off because now it's public record. It's on video that these guys don't really follow their own rules, and they don't really, actually take into consideration when they mess up to knock off two signatures. That way the whole candidate's knocked off. But again, Adriano and Udelka, they didn't turn enough signatures, so they're lawyer.
I want people to think about that for a second, right? Yeah? When you think about who applies to work at the Board of Elections, sometimes those people have political particular leanings. And even though they might want to be fair, right, also they have to work with someone who has a position of power. And they've had to work with a lot of people with positions of power. And then once one person got away with something, with power, then they kind of like let it happen again. So the thing is that without transparency, exactly like taking pictures and stuff like that, without people really making sure, you can't really trust anything in this process, and you shouldn't. And I'm not saying that they can't be good, but they don't have to be. Doesn't mean they're all bad or all good, but you have to be checking on these things.
Right, but
it's natural for it to go that way. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Theo Chino being a socialist, I introduced to my other friend Tom Schmidt in Queens.
Oh, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's a Republican, blah, blah, blah. He does the work too. He's always been consistent, no matter if it's Asian community he's trying to represent or Pakistani community he's trying to run for borough president. Him and Theo Chino actually shook hands and agreed on one thing, and we all got cool because he said, Theo Chino said,
I know Zich hates socialists and communists. I know he's not a big fan of that word.
No, but the thing is, once again, Tom, like Theo, they put the people for the party, and they agreed. Theo Chino said the reason that we're all doing this is to protect the integrity of this process.
Yeah.
And Tom Schmidt said, yeah, you're 100% correct. We're keeping them accountable, literally, not just talking about it or, writing about it, doing a press conference. We're in here literally fighting these people by pen and paper, to protect our democracy, even though it's a constitutional republic, and all things, shenanigans against these candidates to actually say, hey, we're watching. We're going to hold you accountable. We're going to make sure you lose and your replacement. So you're fired. We're your boss, and we already got your replacements here. And let's keep doing this.
Okay. Now we got to talk about kicking off AOC off the Working Families Party's ballot, right? Yeah. And you said that Democrats and Republicans are allowed to watch people when they check. How about people from independents? Are they allowed to sit and check while that's going on?
No, but the thing is, that's what I argued. That
sounds a little weird. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, there's 4 party lines, but the 2 major parties that have control of Board of Elections because they have the most voter polls. So I asked one of my clerks for the Republican Party. I was like, yeah, how come you guys can't hire Conservative Party people to be in your poll sites, a Working Families Party as an ideology? It's like we can, but we're not going to because we already have our political parties and appointees. You guys will have to get your voter registrations up enough to actually overshadow Republicans to actually have a Conservative Party commissioner and then our appointees and our poll workers. And so now, as a result of the duopoly, each one of them has to have a representative. But this is what Theo Chino will tell you. There's a deal between the Democrats and the Republicans. Seeing as though the Republicans don't have enough numbers, they actually replaced them with Democrats at the Board of Elections. Our polling says, say, wait a minute, you're a Democrat. Why are you a Republican doing this? Pretending to be one, or on paper, this is the deal that was cut, and that's like wrong.
Yeah. For the fans of AOC out there, I know you want your girl to win and all that, right? Yeah. For the fans of the other, Septimo and all these other cats, right? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, the fact of the matter is that they're not having any discussions with us, me or Dion, despite the volume of our work. And I'm just saying, once again, right, the gatekeepers and stuff, just the way people see this P. Diddy stuff going on, you got to ask yourself, right, why, right, if you don't think this political world has gatekeepers and people with money keeping things the way they want and shutting out normal cats like me and Dion over here, then you got to be kidding yourself. For real, yeah? So props to your work once again, yeah, for taking on some very powerful people. I'm sure that they're not going to enjoy it, but you're standing your ground. So I hope that you really get recognized with some of these different national people that are trying to come into town. I really recommend that they check out Dion Powell. I know there's different candidates I'm talking to from around the country. So I
Yeah,
hope that
thanks,
really,
Ed,
if you want to
because
know about what's going on in New York, this guy's really touching the process.
yeah, thanks, Ed. I have a client now. I'm a consultant, and somebody said something about me. It's like, you know what? These election lawyers get paid a lot of money, but you know the mechanics of these things that election lawyers can't see because they're not really getting their hands dirty like you of this process of battling people, knowing election law practicality, but actually engaging voters. Whereas they just come in, the same 9 or 10 of them, and they play musical chairs. They all know each other, making money, representing candidates, objectors, and election law is a particular niche that if you're a big time lawyer, you're gonna look stupid and fall flat on your face if you don't know this process. Barack Obama's lawyer actually last cycle looked quite, the fool because he's trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, you guys can't do this. You're following your rules. He thought he was a big tough Obama lawyer. He was flexing it. The candidate that he was trying to go against, it's like, wow, they started laughing at this guy because it's like, you guys don't know election law. And if you're a lawyer, you don't know election law, you look stupid in front of the Board of Elections. You're gonna look stupid in front of the Supreme Court judge that the Democrats made, because New York City judicial system is compromised by Democratic appointed and made judges. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
And yeah, it's the whole bail and Dion and some other people just open it up and rip it down. It's like, oh my God, this is horrible how
Now,
this whole system works.
I love to attack different organizations and stuff. So I'm
No,
yeah. So
really?
I just want to work with that part. I'm gonna go at some of the conservatives now, right? Yeah, just so you know, I'm not really trying to be all bad with them or all good with them. But the thing is that, right? Yeah, I want to see y'all working with us too on some of these things too. You know what I mean? Sometimes, right? Yeah. Some of the camp. Let me think which one. I can't remember off the top. Oh, like yeah, like the Asian Americans AAPI month is coming up.
Oh
And
yeah,
Lester Chang, shout out to you, man. You made history right there. I think you're very. I agree with you on a lot of positions, right? Yeah. Also, Yatin. Not saying we have to agree. There's some things I don't agree with. And I'm otherwise a lot of things I think that y'all are cool. I have a lot of older Asians that I work with who, or who have been around, right? Yeah. I feel like I can understand your perspective to an extent. I'm not against you, but right. Why aren't we ever doing anything together? Like it's just I'm waiting. So I will call out right Amanda Septimo. I will call out Jamal Bowman. I will call out Amanda. By the way, Jamal Bowman did something with Mark Sackman, so he's doing stuff with some of my partners. So I appreciate that. Shout out to Maya Pastrike working with Dion Powell. Shout out to Susan B. Lahaki, work with myself. Right, yeah. But once again, right, yeah. Kara Cashinova, you're doing interesting work. I love it.
yeah.
But when are you gonna come on the show? Like I'm not saying right, yeah. Let's. I've also emailed you about helping out right the people, the wrongful incarceration people I'm working with. So
Well, you also have to give some people some grace, Ed, because when
I'm a
you first
wait. I'm a wait, but it can't be nothing and it can't be forever.
right, but
Something's
the
gonna
thing
come
is,
up one later, sooner or later,
like
or I just
even
can't
when
get down with
you
it.
even when you run for a big time office for the first time, you don't really know what you're doing. And if you have the wrong consultant with their claws in your and just using for making a lot of money, you're actually funds, you're still going to be not good. And remember, it's your first time. Sometimes you have the capacity or the management skills or the delegate skills or infrastructure to
Oh yeah,
actually
I'm not gonna make any moves now. I'm
every
wait. Yeah,
email because these people get hit a lot of ways on their personal phone when they
we'll see
first
what
run.
happens when the election happens, right? If maybe she doesn't get to run, maybe other things happen. So that would be, I know also she's got like a lot of highly influential people in her ear. I could see that where a lot of people would see value in her, and be trying to get at her. So I can wait, but we'll see what happens after the election, right?
I got a little,
It's a tough
I
race
got
to
a little,
win. And if she
I got
doesn't
a
win, a
little.
lot of people quit and disappear, and we don't hear from them again. Hopefully, she stays in it. I think she will, actually.
Actually, I want to actually try to get her on the show because it's something that you may find fascinating about her. She's half South Asian. A lot of people don't
I
know
know
that.
about that.
Oh, you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's like Filipino,
She's also a
and
former boxer, too, yeah.
yeah, she's big on that. And that's her thing. And if it wasn't for Carol, we probably wouldn't be talking about
I
the
could
Trump
I could
stuff.
feel that excitement in her interviews. She's just like super hyped up, but I understand that. Like people might think she's like doing stuff, but she's just like like having that fighter mentality. Like when you're going in the ring to like have like your adrenaline surge right there. Like I understand that. Like
Well, she has
she's
purpose.
fighting. Yeah, she's fighting hard. Oh, I like it.
No, but she like a lot of our Republican friends is in the same dilemma. she's an insurgent Republican candidate. They came in
Yeah,
late and primary and all
they're trying to
Republicans.
shit on her. Yeah, like it's
And right,
obvious.
the thing is, well, for my Republican colleagues, just like when I was Democrat, I don't understand why you have to fight Democrats on one end, you have to fight your own Republicans on the other end. That makes no sense. And that's what she's trying about, trying to reform the Republican Party of New York. So like, hey, you guys are too in bed with the Democrats. You know, your candidate is so a white guy that actually gave money to Tish James and some other things. So, you know, he's compromised too. And, you know, what's wrong with you guys? You guys are a bunch of losers. You guys all expect to lose as coming in second, and you're okay with that. And, you know, just make your money the best you can off these campaigns.
Yeah, Kara, I wish you best of luck. Yeah, when we work together, right? Yeah, you take steps to make sure that like petition challenges just don't happen or just have no. You know what I mean? Otherwise, just business. I don't care.
Right,
I'll
but
go
she
at
took him to
anybody.
court.
But
But
Kara, I
Ed,
like Kara. I like Kara. We're gonna see what's
yeah, but Ed, she took him to court, and you know she's actually challenging
I'm
the
supporting
entire
her.
petitioning process right now. She took him to court. You know, Google Kara Kashinova, thanks to her videos in the Bronx going to Trump. She's actually trying to take the Republican Party to task in court and say, "Hey, you guys have your system rigged, just like the DNC with Joe Biden will approve."
I
So other
think
people
she's
can
perfect
vote.
for Trump. Actually, to tell you the truth. So we'll see.
Right, and
I
she
hope she
she
shows
like
up at that
yeah, like
meeting coming up.
like Tina Forte is running as AOC, and I know
Oh
her
yeah.
too because and she was a big supporter. She's like, "Holy shit, Dion, I can't believe you're doing this," because it will help her. Because
Oh,
if we're three party lines and she has two and AOC has
I
one,
like it.
Trump does her thing. Right, yeah.
I
So
can
I'd
get
be
behind it.
interested
Yeah.
to see what happens if when Kara actually would come on your
I like
show. And
Kara better than Sarah.
right, but the thing is, if Kara comes on your show, you could possibly do something no interviewer has done with her and just talk South Asian issues. I'm
We'll
sure that
see.
probably
Yeah.
comfortable. And that's
As long as Kara don't go on Jimmy Dore and not bring me up, then we're not gonna have any problems. I'll tell you that's just the honest truth. And whether she's involved or not, no one fuck with Jimmy Dore out here in New York. Yeah, without me getting pulled along, unless we're gonna have fucking problems. I'm sorry to say that. Yeah, it's just what it is. It's Diane
right.
Sayre. Okay, but other than that, right? We're cool. So, and if you want to work with her, I'm not mad at you getting paid, bro.
Well, I gotta admit though, with Diane Sayre, if you bring up,
Anybody. Yeah,
if you bring up Diane
we're
Sayre,
gonna show up, Diane.
right? But the thing is, you know, Diane Sayre,
Don't
we're
do nothing
cool,
in New York City.
and she was a client of mine too. But I will admit, in the Bronx
sorry,
on
yeah.
Gordon Road, she has and Jose Vega, they're actually doing the work again. They had her 3 times in the
Yeah,
signatures.
she is. I respect
They have
that.
all these,
Respect. I can't. Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going off my own personal thing.
but
I
you
will
can't.
challenge all petitions. Fuck, but they're really doing the work. So respect. I believe that they know how to do it. We're
They're in
just
the
gonna
hood
see
right
though.
now. I can actually
We're gonna
attest.
see.
In my neighborhood in Fordham Road, they have these white kids out there getting the signatures, doing the work for Jose Vega and her. And you know, you can't. Some people you can't. You know, even though you have a personal beef,
No,
you
respect.
can't.
Yeah, the work can't.
Not
If they're
work.
doing the work, yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's why I'm making these faces because I'm not happy about. Because you're right. Yeah. Because
But then next to Diane, actually, a lot of people don't know she was able to knock Lee Zeldin off the ballot for the Independence Party line for the petitions because you know she found out there was a lot of fraud there. You know, photocopies, forgeries, and that
you're
actually
not
shows.
wrong. You're not wrong. There you go. You're damn
So,
right. Actually, yeah, I do
you know,
remember
even
that.
though, you know, some people in this industry, like,
Respect
even
on
the
that. Yeah, like she's doing good work. I just really sad that she sold me out. You know what I mean? Like otherwise, I got no problem with it. I wasn't Diane. It was her entourage. Once
right,
again, right? Yeah, people want to blame AOC, right? Yeah, the people around her is pulling bullshit, and the little ranks right there need to correct that shit. And if y'all don't, you make victims like me. Stop it. Yeah, okay. If and I'm not saying it's all AOC's fault, but she needs to clean up that shit and start talking to the little people out here and stop wasting her time talking to all these smart people and intellectuals and BS fucking friends that she meets at Puff Daddy parties and the Met Gala and other bullshit. Yeah, stop it.
yeah, you know, she's compromised. But Ed, I gotta get ready
I'm
to go.
sorry. Yeah, I vented a little.
Really quick.
Hey, great job though, man. Great job.
You too, brother.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say? Oh,
That's
share
it,
your
brother.
contact information, right? Yeah.
Oh
Once
yes,
again, candidates from across the country. If you want to talk to someone in New York who knows what's going on. Also, you have like affiliation with Blexit and other conservative
yes.
party. You work with the Republicans a lot. You actually got me invited to Queens Village Republican Club, the oldest Republican club in New York State history, I believe, or is it national history? Anyways, Dion, if you want to have a connect in New York City that's very powerful, knows a lot of people.
Also, Staten
yeah.
Island, Convention of States. Shout out to them. Convention of States also put you on as well.
Oh yeah,
And,
shout to
you know,
them. Thank you. Yeah.
so all these people on the right side, alternative sides, they show us much love than the Democrats. And yeah, so let's play us out, Ed. with this clip, and then I can prepare for tomorrow morning. Get up early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm very excited about tomorrow. It's gonna be a great day, man. There's a
Good.
lot of things going on, folks. We can't talk about all of it, but footage may be coming, announcements may be coming soon. It's a very exciting time.
All
God
right,
bless, my
so
brother.
play the clip. Play the clip.
What clip? Oh, the one. Okay, my bad. Okay, so let me share that. Actually, let me bring that up.
Where Adrian gets knocked off the ballot.
Yeah, I got a timeout, so let me bring it back up in my in the thing here. Oh yeah, okay. Where you guys challenged it. Okay, give me a second. I have it on Theo Chino's.
Twitter. You put it on Twitter yet?
Oh, the BOE screwed. He sent me the BOE screwed over Melissa Wilson, and they're trying to convert. I believe what Theo wants is he wants to take all the Working Families Party people and get them to quit and get them to join the Democrat Party because it's essentially the same thing, right? Yeah, be real about what it is. Because I'm sorry to say the Working Family Party is not really helping out any independent candidates. They're a tool.
Well, Theo Chino's already shared it, and it's already going live on Twitter.
Okay, yeah, where is this thing?
Okay. Oh, somebody already called you out with Peter. It's got
yeah?
Peter. He was not kicked off the ballot in 2020.
He's not wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, I really thought it was until like moments before this broadcast, because
right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Current iteration of the Working Family Party. Where is the video he sent me? Wait. Okay, sorry. There's just a lot of stuff going on.
I can send it to you if you want.
I'm gonna update it. Yeah. Shout out to Peter. I don't know Peter off the top of my head. Maybe I do know him, but I don't really. Well, anyways, yeah, they're right. Okay, it was Espaillat who got whacked off. So that's a sitting U.S. House of Representative member. Like that's not nothing. Okay. Oh, I'm bringing it up right now. Okay, I'm gonna present it. Give me a second. Okay. Somehow, a lot of times I can't check stuff on. Okay, let's see. Where is this? Okay. So join us at a monthly salon. Okay, this is it. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is this it? Okay.
Yes.
Where is this? Okay. Why is it all like this? This is weird. Okay. Wait. I think that's another one. Hold up.
This is Theo Chito's Socialist Democrats of America page. Now, what you're about to see is the commissioner's hearing, and if you want to expand it to full length, I think I'm not sure.
Give me a second.
It's probably not it, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'll probably
how do I expand it? Okay. Let me. Wait. Let me see which. Give me a second. Let me close this. Okay. Is it still up? Okay, it's still up. Give me a second. It's one of my other windows. Sorry, I got so many windows open here.
Yeah, it's notification.
Oh, it's over here. Okay, this where it is. Okay. All right, you ready? All right, here we go. Let me maximize the screen here.
I don't know if that's the one.
By Dion Carpenter to the petition of Alexandria Cortez, representative in Congress.
I watched the second of the beginning, right? Yeah, at that time I thought you got her. I was like, oh shit, he got her. You saw that was crazy. I like that. Hold up.
By Dion Carpenter to the petition of Alexandria Cortez, representative in Congress, 14th District. Again, Working Families. Appearances.
Alexander Rabb, Working Families Party for the candidate.
Theo Chino for the Socialist Democrat of America.
Uh-oh.
Do you have a list of exceptions?
And this time I brought a list of exception. And I emailed.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
I actually emailed it to the board.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Did you do the?
Rafe, did you read it in?
I did not read it in just yet. Total number of valid signatures, 95. Total number of signatures required, 72.
Commissioners, I'm wondering if the Socialist Democrats of America have standing to object. Yeah.
We are Democrat and we are registered voters, so yes, we do have standing, but it is not me objecting. It is Jan Carpenter, a voter of the state of New York, and the point of contact was the district leader for the Conservative Party, Dion Powell. I'm just representing them.
For the record, Mr. Chino has filed a notice of appearance that has a signature.
Yeah, I gave him the bullet.
Right. So just for process moving forward, Mr. Chino, when you state who you're appearing for, please limit it to the matter that we had before. So if you're an objector or for the candidate, you say that. You don't state.
I'm just presenting myself like any other lawyer that comes here and says, I represent.
Please stop talking for a second. I'm just trying to tell you something, how we can proceed properly.
What a dick.
Just state who you are representing today on this calendar, not in the universe of the world.
Oh
just
my God! Shut the. Oh my! I would already be yelling at this guy.
All right, thank you.
You will.
Shut the.
All right, there we go.
If I was there, I would definitely be telling him to shut the fuck
Was
up.
there an exception report?
You have a list. This ought to also go on second
And for the record, I sent an email from my socialist.us email with the report, and it got bounced back from the Board of Election and the Working's family as in block.
And that's Danny Mayo said.
Yes, I did provide, and
I
have
did
an
want to
email
ask about that
bounced
Asian man in the
as
background.
in
Hold on a
block
second.
from the Board of
Okay, let's look at the tapestry. I'm gonna give you
Who
the
is
tapestry.
this guy?
Wait. Hold. I'm gonna give you.
Danny Mayo here, yeah. I didn't get to meet him that day. I was supposed to meet him. I didn't actually get out to see him, yeah, because he doesn't respond to my emails. So I'm not gonna. I just
What's
got
that?
other shit going on. But this
So,
is Ian
what?
Carpenter. This is you. Okay,
Wait,
respect. Who is
okay,
this
so-
guy?
Wait.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
All right, so Danny Mayo on my left actually kind of trained Theo Gino. I didn't know that on the Jedi Council, so that was great. And it's a good guy. Now that Asian guy right there, I'm not sure, but the guy with the hat to his left, that's Tom Jamich on the cover because they were, he.
Oh,
had
this
to
is
make
Tom.
sure-
Oh, I see
Yes,
that.
Tom.
Okay. Yo,
Wait, in the front of Tom, and front of Tom. What is this guy's name? Oh wow, this guy. Juan Pagan. So in front of Tom is Juan Pagan, another Republican that's run a few times as well. Now, behind that short guy with the glasses, the lawyer for Working Families Party, is my homegirl. Her name is Latoya Benjamin. She's out of Queens. She's running against Vivian Cook, another decrepit elected official.
Oh, she's behind this guy. Okay, I can't
Yeah.
see her. Okay.
And then that's the bald black guy right there is her staffer. Her campaign team, I should say. And to his right is actually the election lawyer for the Queens County Democrats that's trying to knock her off. And that's what we're seeing now. So
Oh,
Chino's here.
The Queens County Democrats are also trying to knock her off?
Yeah, Latoya Benjamin. So Latoya Benjamin, you can't see her until he moves. She's actually another young Democrat. I used to be a part of the Caucus of Color, like I was the chair. And she's running against Vivian Cook. Just like AOC and Amanda, they're running against people that's been in office forever. And so they're very vulnerable because they don't do the work, not in the community. And she's a threat. So she ran. She, to my understanding, turned in like maybe 1,200, whatever signatures. They knocked her all the way down to like 520. And she just needs 500 to qualify. So they're going to drag her into the Supreme Court after this and try to knock down those 20 signatures or so, knock off the ballot. So that guy over Theo Chino's right shoulder is the Queens County election lawyer to do just that. And here you go. So now that guy, all right, let me give you another side story. So the guy with the glasses, that's the lawyer for Working Families Party, he's really nervous because this is Theo Chino. And Theo Chino is one of the most hated men in the game. So there's a woman by the name of Sarah Steiner. Now, Sarah Steiner is a big-time labor election lawyer in town.
Is Sarah Steiner here? Who's
No,
Sarah?
she's
Okay.
I don't know who that is. But over by Tom, all the way on the extreme left of the room, stage right, I guess, she's there. She's a short lady with glasses, and she hates Theo Chino's guts. And she's a big-time election lawyer brand. Now, this guy got so nervous when he found out it was Theo Chino that was there instead of like me. He went over to Sarah Steiner to get some legal advice. He was like nervous. Like after this, I was like, wow. I didn't know at the time, but Theo Chino told me like after, he was nervous with Sarah Steiner for help because it was me. Because I would make sure these people die in this room arguing to knock these people off. And I was like, yep. And so that's why I'm laughing with Dion Mayo and Danny Mayo scratching his chin like, oh my God, what's about to happen? And as you can see, the commissioners know Theo Chino. And Theo Chino, I found from Michael Pano, he puts a lot of socialist plugs in these meetings because then socialists from over the world that know Theo Chino at these French meetings, because he's half Dominican, half French, they're like, oh my God, this guy is like amazing. He's in these meetings and dignitaries come to New York from Ecuador. He brings them in there. She was like, all right, this is how it's done. You guys have a banana republic, so they say, but this is a banana republic. All right, keep going. Because look at his face. Look at the guy's face right there.
Wait, I have another question, yeah? I've been actually quite interested in Danny Mayo. So, what's he doing here? Like, is he also in with you guys? Or, like, is he challenging? Or is he just there to watch? Or is he there, like, because he's interested in another candidate? Or is he challenging himself? Maybe he has a challenge to push against another. What is Danny Mayo doing there?
I didn't really ask him about that because it was so packed. And I got there kind of late before they called me. Because it's like a whole day of every county, the docket, blah, blah. It's like court. And, sometimes he's in there, because Republican signatures like Juan Pagan, for example. Juan Pagan, no disrespect.
This guy, right?
Yeah, Juan Pagan has run for office before, but sometimes he doesn't have enough signatures and mistakes. And Danny Mayo, being another Jedi on the council, has to defend them and that kind of stuff. And just like Theo, because Danny Mayo is like that too on the Republican side when it comes to knowing how this stuff works. He's a very humble guy, by the way. But you got to hit WhatsApp.
Let me actually, you probably already know this, but some of my viewers don't. The thing is that there was a party here, right? I was part of the People's Party, which did not run a single candidate, despite large celebrity support from like Cornel West and other things like that, right? Didn't get a single candidate. Shout out to the Medical Freedom Party, right? Yeah, they ran like 6, 7 candidates for state party, right? Got the business done without the celebrity support, right? Yeah, without the press coverage. When I asked within the party, I would say, who is the most qualified guy? Who do you think is going to win? I asked this of many candidates who I actually interviewed. And Danny Mayo was the clear winner as in terms of that category. So he's always been very interesting to me because he was really cited as the most knowledgeable, the most, networked guy, and the most, and his results out of the Medical Freedom Party were actually the best out of everybody who ran. So those results did come true. So I'm very interested in this guy. Also, he's Asian American. This is also, I'm looking for,
Asian allies.
not just that, but I just think it's historically significant. I just want to document the work. No one's really talking about his work.
Except for if you're like on small scale, like Theo Chino. He said, like I said, another Jedi on the Civics Council that even he said I should be on, which is pretty cool. A big compliment from him. And so Theo is like really making this guy nervous. Look
Has
at him.
Mayo ever won an office?
No, he's like a district leader and that kind of stuff, but he keeps pumping out Republican candidates like Juan Pagan and teaching him how it works against the board and, knowing the rules. But he's not really a big agitator like Theo and some other people. Well, Theo Chino, but he's like a more chill, laid back guy because it's a Republican Party. You know what I mean?
I respect him. I like the way I can respect that. I have my own techniques, so I know sometimes the hard push. But I like the anime stuff. Maybe I gotta learn from him. I like that. Yeah, maybe I don't need to have all these wars. He's doing respect. He's there right next to you. I respect that. I respect what you did, man. You're wait. I'm sorry. What happened to wait? Let's just play the beginning of the video again.
I'm gonna clip that mic.
Carpenter to the petition of Alexandria.
What'd you do on the mic right there?
Cortez.
Get him, yo.
Representative objections.
Yo, you said get him. You the same way, bro. You want to get him.
I'm disrespectful. Okay? Wait till I see my clip. We're gonna see what I told that guy.
Oh
Watch.
yeah. Okay, are you coming up right now? Okay. Are you coming up? Okay, here's the
report, and he got bounced back from the Board of Election and the Workings family as in block.
Mr. Chino, did you provide Mr. Rao with a copy
Yes,
of
I
the
did
accepted
provide,
stuff?
and I have an email bounce from my email to
Thank
his
you.
email.
Second call this matter.
Is this the lady who you were talking about who hates him because she looks real agitated?
No, everybody hates his guts. Like I said, he makes these people work with his data, and he helps people. So many
This
people.
guy was real condescending. If I was there, I definitely would have told him to shut up. You know what I mean? I told him to like chill out with him.
Right, because remember,
That's
he's making
disrespectful. Don't do that.
Paperboy Prince is a perfect example that pissed everybody off when he got on the ballot.
Oh, he did?
Theo Chino fought not this cycle, but before for like mayor and stuff, ranked choice voting, like Theo Chino, Paperboy Prince, every candidate would run by block. He just like every candidate from every block, no matter if county committee, Theo Chino would go represent them to rip these people's heads off.
Paperboy
give him
Prince
the
isn't
tool.
all bad, but I'm just it's when you're ready to hit me up, Paperboy, you can. Yeah, I know you're kind of like on your own thing. Go ahead, man. Whatever. A little disappointed, but But respect to yeah. If he won before, did he really piss him off? Maybe, yeah. Like, but what's her name? Who did he run against? He ran. Well, Lydia let's talk about that for a second because you earlier mentioned a candidate, right? An older lady, right? Yeah. What about Nydia Velázquez? Because he actually ran against her, right? Yeah. She's very powerful too. She's been a long time House of Representatives member. Okay, anyways, yeah. Should I just play the video again? Let's get to your stuff. I want to see what you're
Wait.
I'm gonna send it to you soon.
Huh?
I'm gonna send it to you soon. Play it. I'm gonna put it on WhatsApp.
Whether or not it's the proper form.
I'm sure the boroughs could take a look at it. The second page just seems to list a whole bunch of voters and perhaps.
But isn't that the purpose of the
BFMs?
review?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, thank you.
All right,
Is this guy challenging signatures?
No, I gotta give him credit. That's Ralphio Savino. He's a very good guy. He tries his best to be fair. He's one of the chief counsels for the Board of Elections, and he's approachable. He'll answer his phone and emails. That's a good guy. I will say that.
Of course,
That's
the
all on the left.
try to pack the people in here. People gotta
Right,
get involved.
Right. So on the left side, the lady with the yellow is Elizabeth English. She's the deputy clerk of the Bronx, Republican that knows me personally. To her right is Brenda Lee's Candelaria, the Democrat chief clerk of the Bronx, and they're gonna do me dirty in the sense that I had all the evidence I need to knock 3 people off by 2 signatures, and they was like, nah, it's the same address as we have here. And I'm like, you can't really do that because that's not public information. But anyway, keep going. As I said, I'm sending you this right now. I'm sending on WhatsApp, but keep going.
Correct.
It's on WhatsApp. I sent to you.
Do you have anybody with
But
you
were you
today
challenging
that-
based off
or
of
you
address?
don't?
Yes, because he had an address on the petitions that was not on a computer on his voter record. You know, it was had the same building number, but it was a different street. So I'm thinking that this guy put in the wrong address, that he used to live there or something. But it turned out that they're arguing that it's the same address because it just is.
BX 16-1.
This is the second call for BX 15-1 in the matter of the objections by Ian Carpenter to the petition of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for representative in Congress, 14th District, Working Families Party.
And just for clarity, number 9 as well, right?
And BX 9-1 was just ruled on.
Yes, gotcha. Okay, perfect.
All the candidates will appear on the ballot.
All candidates will appear on the ballot.
All candidates will appear on the ballot.
What was the
Me in
challenge,
this
though?
story.
What was the
No,
challenge?
the thing is, that was me. Remember, I came in with 8 strong. I gave one to Theo Chino out of the 9, and then after the first thing, they knocked Espaillat off. They knocked Udica Tapia off. I let them get 2 wins because I couldn't challenge them because they had too many signatures. I had like 8 over or something. I was like, I can't go all this work to do that, even though it's insignificant. And then I had 3 people again that got on by like 2 signatures, and they did all my objections. They didn't. The clerks like, nah. They just ignored it.
I'll
And
change
so
the thumbnail. I'll put out a correction. It was Espaillat you knocked off. That's still significant. That's another House of
Right.
Representatives.
And so
member.
what
That's
they did to
significant.
expedite,
Yeah.
they bundled all my objections because it was the same objection, the same guy's address as a witness to knock everybody off. And it seems as though they already ruled that his address counted, even though it's not public information. I took a screenshot and everything, and it's all right. This is the same objection Dion did. All right. So
Are you about to make an objection to AOC's petitions right now?
The what?
Okay, I think you're about to come up because I saw you in the thumbnail over here, right? Yeah.
No, Theo Chino cut it, so now he's taking over. I'm tagging Theo Chino back in because it's the second
Let me
call.
see,
so
let me
Will appear on the ballot.
Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you.
Bye, Dion. We don't need to hear you. Where's
All right,
where's the
and
footage?
that's Latoya right there. That's Latoya right there. You see the black girl right there?
Okay.
That's
You-
Latoya.
You sent me the video. You sent me the video with
BX
Oh, what's that? You
10-1.
want it different? You want it
Appearances?
different messenger?
Oh
Or you
snap!
want
I see it right now. Hold on. We're about to share that right now.
This is
folks.
Ezra. This is Adrian Espaillat getting knocked to the ballot, and this is the lawyer for Working Families Party just throwing in his helm.
I'm quite excited. I want to see this. Okay. I hope this.
Girl,
Okay. Where is this? Okay. Window, entire screen. We're doing the entire screen
What's it?
over here.
What's
Okay.
that?
Are you ready? Bam. WhatsApp. Boom. Here. Okay. I have some other messages from that just came in, so I'm not going to share that.
Make it large and go and start at the beginning.
Okay. How do I make it large? I don't know if I can.
Alexander,
It's playing. No,
Working
no
Families
volume.
Party,
So,
objections
all right, I'm
by
gonna send it to you.
Darrell Kelly
email.
to the
Is email
petition
better
of
for you?
Adriano Espaillat for Congress,
send it through email,
13th
Ed?
District.
Yeah, I might be able to open it with another app. Let me see. Yeah.
Send it in the email.
BX 10-1.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm
Alexander,
gonna share it with. Wait, I'll open it with VLC Media, and then I'm gonna go full screen with that. Okay. So let me.
I'm gonna send it to
okay,
the email
I'm
just to
sharing.
be.
Oh wait, I'm sharing. I'm sharing the screen, so you should be able to see it full screen. Hold up. The window.
All right, boom. I email it to you.
Don't worry about it, man. I got it right here. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. You see it?
Yeah, share the volume, and you gotta make it.
Okay. So video, full screen. Okay, ready? Here, we're about to go.
Yeah, but make sure it's on 00.
Got you.
All right, boom.
BX 10-1.
Yeah, there's no volume, Ed.
Alexander,
Ed, there's no volume.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Let me share it with the. Let me share it with the. Okay. Also share tab audio. Sorry about that. Window. To share audio, share tab instead. Entire screen. To share tab instead. God damn it. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. This one. The WhatsApp. Okay. Share.
I emailed it to you too.
I have to share it in a tab. I have to open it in a browser. Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have this posted anywhere?
It's the Theo Chino thing.
Maybe I could open it with my in my email. Let's see. Did you? Okay. Man.
Difficulties. Russia.
Huh? Russia? What Russia?
I said technical difficulties, Russia.
Yeah, okay. Hillary Clinton's not here at the moment, so let me see where.
It-
Okay, where? I'm struggling here. Okay, you sent to me an email, right? Hopefully, the email. Wait, I'm just sharing my whole screen. So, do you need the audio? Can you just listen to it on your own? Wait. Okay, let me. No, I don't think maybe. Oh,
You shared the audio with the
with this one.
With the Google.
Object.
Yeah, this is okay. Well, you sent me the WhatsApp, so I just want to hear. I'll tell you what you say in the WhatsApp, okay? I'll tell you what's going on.
BX 10-1.
Alexander, sorry.
Working Families Party, objections by Darrell
Democrats.
Kelly to the petition of Adriano Espaillat for Congress 13th District. Appearances?
Alexander Rabb, Working Families Party for the candidate.
Can you hear it
Dion
now?
Powell for the objector.
Can you
Mr.
hear it
Rep,
now?
do you have a list of
Wait.
exceptions?
Uh,
I think
no,
the,
every
the
signature-
number
No.
or less.
Okay, I tell you what. Can you open up YouTube on your browser, like in the background, and then just watch it on the YouTube because I'm gonna live stream it, and then you'll be able to hear it.
Let me share my screen. Let me share my
Oh yeah,
screen.
you do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you do it. Yeah, it's very.
I'm going to
I
my
didn't think
WhatsApp.
about that. Yeah.
Yes, because I have some familiarity what to do here. All right, it's loading on my end. Let me just check the share video. Go there.
Now, just so you know,
Yeah.
if there's other states watching, you may be able to enact this particular strategy in your state to affect the elections.
Yes. However, Ed has to change the thumbnail, or else the general public will destroy him. All AOC's trolls and minions that are coming from right
Yeah,
now.
there's 3 people watching. What are you talking about? What?
No,
There's no army coming.
Twitter, but it's on Twitter, brother.
Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, Twitter. They're already getting on it.
Well, guess what? I don't have Twitter, so you know what I mean. Ooh, so
But
they
I
can say
tagged
whatever,
you.
but I don't even get to see it.
Theo Chino shared it on Twitter.
I don't care.
And so now they're coming after you. All right, here we go. I'm sharing it right now.
Look,
I'm
I'm
going
sorry.
to-
It is a misrepresentation.
BX
I will fix it
10-
as soon as I can.
BX
No,
10-1.
until moments
wait.
before the broadcast.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do it right now. Ed, you can see the screen,
You
right?
did go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do see, and I hear it too.
All right. Everybody, here's me on the left-hand side. Here's their election lawyer,
You did challenge
lawyer,
her.
counselor. And here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Bam.
BX 10-1.
Alexander, sorry.
Working Families Party, objections by Darrell Kelly to the petition of Adriano Espaillat for Congress 13th District. Appearances?
Alexander Rabb, Working Families Party for the candidate.
Dion Powell for the objector.
Mr. Rep, do you have a list of exceptions? I think
no,
the,
every
the
signature-
number or less than what would be required.
That is correct.
Yes, no, I have. It is what it is. Yes.
It was-
Not much I can do on that.
I move the report.
That's good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? Motion carries unanimous.
The candidate will not appear on the ballot.
One down.
I'm so disrespectful for that one. I was like, 1 down, 3 more to go.
I love it, man. Yeah, that's what I like, man.
All right, brother, I gotta go. So there goes that. Clean up that thumbnail. Get on Twitter if you can and see how they're trying to get at you.
I can't. Right? Yeah. Honestly, somehow I was able to see Twitter. A lot of
All
times
right.
I can't even go on Twitter.
You want me to share my screen again so you can see how they get on Theo channel about you?
Whatever. I mean, you can. Yeah. Whatever. I don't care. They can hate. Yeah. Like, look, I'm a nobody. Right? Yeah. I got 3 people watching. How many people? I'm
No,
on
the
the live
thing
stream
is,
now. No one's
remember-
watching. Get out of here.
But remember,
No one's
that-
watching this. What are you talking about?
right, but
Let
watch
me see
this. So I'm gonna share my screen.
I'm
And remember,
fixed, though. Yeah.
yeah, because
Three-
AOC has
How many
watch this.
people watch? 1 watching now.
No,
Exactly.
that's
No one watching
YouTube.
this shit. Yeah.
But it's on Twitter. Remember, I shared it on my Twitter, and then Theo Chino ran with it. So this is what
We have
Theo Chino
1
said.
person watching right now, so I really don't care.
Do you see my screen?
Okay.
All right, live.
Look, I'm
Rep
gonna
by
fix it right now. Let me find this.
7, right?
I thought
And
it was AOC. I'm gonna fix it right now. I
And then
fixed
this
it with my
is us.
mailing list.
Yeah, but this is us live right now, real time on Twitter. So that's us right now. And then Theo Chino put this up, and he said Dion Powell talk about BOE, but your thing says AOC kicked off the New
Let
York
me
ballot.
fix it.
Dion
I'm fixing
Powell.
it now. Oh my god.
And then what? And then this guy Peter, he
Who
goes,
cares? All right, whatever, Peter.
"This is false. She was not kicked off the ballot."
Well, he's right. He's right. So
A lawsuit
I-
removed her from the working parents line, and similar challenge is now pending, but she will be on the Democrat line. Sensational headlines to drunk viewers is not cool.
I thought it was. I'm sorry. Got SPF.
Great, brother. We'll fix that, guys. We'll calm his feathers,
I'm
right?
fixing it
Gotta
now.
go.
Whatever.
Thanks a lot, Ed.
He's right though. So props out to Peter. I'm sorry. Yeah, like you could accuse me of all the other stuff, whatever labels you want to put on me to say I'm whack. Go ahead. SB.
Everybody's gonna come to your platform, brother. You're gonna have a lot of traction because of this controversy.
Okay. What?
All
Hey
right.
man, yo, props to you, bro.
I'll see you
fixing
too,
it
brother.
now, though.
I think it is. Hope I'll see you in the morning. Okay.
Yo,
Get some sleep.
excellent work, bro. I'll see you then. Yeah. All right. God bless my brother. Good job.